A wrong number almost made it into my board deck last week. Not a typo, a measure that looked completely normal and was quietly calculating the wrong thing. Claude caught it in about 10 seconds, and I want to show you exactly how, because it could happen to any of us. If we haven't met yet, I'm Mike. I'm a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've helped automate more than 150,000 hours out of finance processes. What you're about to see is the single habit that now stops bad numbers from reaching the people I report to. It only takes one prompt. Here's the scenario. You inherit a Power BI report or you build one fast under a deadline. And there's a measure in there that returns numbers. The number looks plausible. Nobody questions it. And then one day, someone senior glances at the dashboard and says, "That doesn't look right." That's the worst possible moment to find out they're correct. Now, I've seen finance teams ship variance commentaries to a board that were off because a measure wasn't filtering the way everyone assumed. It's almost never a dramatic mistake. It's a missing filter, an unprotected divide, a measure that double counts because it's summing a column that has both actuals and budget in it. Small bugs that hide in plain sight because the output still looks like a real number. Now, if you want the exact prompt I'm about to use plus the rest of my Power BI prompts, well, they're in my free AI library. And I send a weekly newsletter called Finance AI Insider with exactly this kind of thing. Links in the description. Make sure to sign up to get all of the resources. So instead of trusting my gut at 9 p.m., here's what I do now. I hand the measures to Claude. So you'll see here our two KPI cards, they match 3 million in sales revenue, 3 million in sales revenue. But if I come over here to June, I get 1.6 million and it would round to 2 million. So why is our sales revenue actuals not coming in correctly for June 2023? Well, now we're going to move into a tool called PBI CLI for Claude, and that's going to be able to give us the answer. Now, I've already got it connected here for us. The biggest thing to know when you're working with this tool is you never want to save Power BI. It's going to do all the writing on the back end, and then we're going to close and reopen, and it's going to be there. So let's go ahead and put in our question. I have a measure in my dashboard called Sales Revenue Actuals, June 2023. I have another one called Sales Revenue Budget, June 2023. The actuals version is not calculating correctly, and it looks like it's nearly double the correct amount. Please research what could be wrong with this measure. So we've got that in. It's going to ask us for permission a few times because Claude Code here is working directly with our file. Again, make sure you check out that video on PBI CLI if you want to go deeper on this and on Claude Code. I've got videos on both. That's going to explain more of what's going on here. But what we're doing is we're going to go through Claude is live, looking at the dashboard, looking at the measures to understand what's wrong instead of us having to sit here and research it manually. And here it comes back. Confirmed, here's what's wrong. So I looked at the sales revenue actuals and it's missing financials version, so actuals are not filtering out. The numbers confirm it. This is the fix. Now look at this. Want me to apply it? Yes, please apply. Now we could go back. This is a simple fix. We could go back and fix it, but I want you to see just how powerful this tool is. It's actually going to go back and fix it for us. All right, so here it says it was fixed and verified. If we come back over here, look at that fixed and verified. The measure is all updated. It came right in here and changed what we needed. How cool is that? Now let me show you how to spot these before they ever bite you, because once you know where they hide, you catch most of them yourself. There are 3 places wrong numbers live in Power BI. The first is filter context, a measure that sums a value column without filtering the version, the scenario, or the category it's pulling in rows you didn't mean to include. That's what happened to me. The actual side was actually pulling budget too. The second is the unprotected divide. Anytime you divide by a measure that could be blank or 0, you get an error or misleading result. The fix is wrapping it so a missing denominator returns nothing instead of breaking. The third is the duplicate measure. Inherited reports collect these. 2 measures that look like they do the same thing, slightly differently, and people grab whichever one autocompletes first. Act as a Power BI expert. Please review all of the measures included in the dashboard and make sure there are no duplicates or overlapping logic that could potentially cause confusion. All right, so we'll go ahead and send that off. So we've already caught that there was one error. You know, a lot of times people will go in and you'll drag or drop something like we've talked about, and you grab the wrong one just based on the title. So let's make sure that there's nothing in there that's going to cause us issues down the road. All right, so it's going in, it's going to pull all of the measure definitions for review, and then in theory, it will review it and let us know. And Claude is coming back with our audit. It not only went and found any areas where there could be duplicate logic, it's also flagging if things are used or not used to look for orphans. Here's the issues found ranked by severity. So this total transactions, we should delete immediately. Name is a typo of total transactions. And this is units sold, not transactions, which is the same logic as total units sold. So this is a complete duplicate. High confusion risk. Sales revenue KPI card is not currently being used. We can remove that. And then variance measures don't reuse the base measures. So we should just be using the base measures instead of recalculating ourselves. We found a couple of hard-coded things in measure names we should fix. There's some inconsistent time scoping between KPIs. And the average units per transaction re-implements rather than composes. There's also a coverage gap with some things we should probably do, and then a recommended cleanup in priority order. Wow. Talk about being able to prevent mistakes. This just went through the entire dashboard and found a bunch of stuff I wasn't even asking it or looking for. How cool is that? You don't need to be a DAX expert to catch a bad number. You need a second set of eyes that never gets tired, and that's the job I give Claude now. Now, if this was useful, go ahead and hit like. It helps more finance pros find it. And subscribe, because I put out one of these every week. This was actually one of 5 things my CFO threw at me the same Friday afternoon. If you want to see the full fire drill, all 5 Power BI asks cleared with Claude before dinner, well, that video is going to be linked right up here. Definitely check it out if you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you over there. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.